So a school district in Arkansas has banned 3 students because administrators believe that they might have HIV. Now, they somehow found out that the biological mother of these 3 siblings does have HIV, and as a result, they wanted these 3 kids to submit an HIV test indicating that they were HIV negative. However, they failed to do so, and one of the students was literally kicked out of school until he or she provided evidence indicating that he or she is HIV negative. Now, what's amazing about this is, first of all, obviously it's against the law. You're not allowed to discriminate against someone who has HIV, but that doesn't seem to matter to them because they're being very brazen about it.
There's a slight disadvantage to do something illegal.
Right.
But they're like, yeah, it's Arkansas. I mean, we've been doing things illegal for a while there. Yeah, Arkansas, I'm talking to you. Look, we got some good presidents out of Arkansas, /1. Okay, but there's been some questionable actions there in the past as well.
Yes.
Anyway, what's important here is that you can't do this to little kids. There's a reason why that law exists. It's because you're going to stigmatize them. You think every kid in that school right now isn't talking about, Johnny has AIDS. When, by the way, they haven't even done the test, you don't know. And if you did know, it would be even worse.
Right. Exactly. Now, this is the Pea Ridge School District, and the DRCA released a statement, and here's what they had to say. They said the fact that foster families have to provide documentation that the children are HIV negative before entering the school is unlawful and immoral. It stigmatizes individuals with disabilities or their perceived disabilities, as there is no indication these individuals have HIV. There is only an unlawful fear that they do. Now, as I said, the school district is being very brazen about their discrimination, and they released a statement in response to all this media criticism that they've been getting, and here's what they had to say. As reported in the media, the district has recently required some students to provide test results regarding their HIV status in order to formulate a safe and appropriate education plan for those students. This rare requirement is due to certain actions and behaviors that place students and staff at risk. Now, they don't elaborate on that. I don't know what that means. The district respects the privacy and confidentiality of all students. It's very unfortunate that information regarding this situation is being released by outside organizations.
Now, of course, it's very unfortunate for them because it embarrasses them.
Of course.
And so they like to pretend like, oh, we had this thing locked down. I mean, we had it figured out until you northern agitators came in here with all your talk about protecting kids. So now they, of course, think they're protecting kids by basically quarantining these kids. But what are we, back 20 years ago, like where we don't know how HIV works and how it's spread and all that stuff?
I feel like usually when we do stories regarding discrimination, a lot of it has to do with ignorance. I mean, when you talk about the gay community, for instance, a lot of that fear and a lot of that anti-gay propaganda stems from ignorance because people have been misled into believing that it's some sort of mental illness or something that's contagious, right? And in this case, HIV is contagious, but in which ways is it contagious? Just being in the same school district or in the same classroom as someone with HIV isn't going to infect someone else.
I remember the reason I mentioned 20 years ago is there was a panic back then.
Definitely.
We didn't know how it was spread, and everybody was worried about the toilet seats and what if somebody sneezed in the classroom. It's all this nonsense stuff. It's just, we know now. Like, if you don't hate science and you don't actively ignore it, you'll know what the issues are, but oftentimes, unfortunately, in this country, people actively dislike science. That's why they make boneheaded decisions like this. Look, in the middle, you mentioned a sentence that it also threw for me. There was a thing about, like, if you guys knew what we know, then you would know this is really important and the right thing to do. And it made me pause, because of course it could be the case that there's important information they haven't given us access to that's leading them in this direction. But I didn't get that sense in the overall comment, because they would say that we need to formulate a safe plan for education for those kids. And I was like, what do you mean by that? You're going to put them in a bubble? Like,
that's what it seems like.
So you're telling me you're doing it for their own good? Well, now I think you're lying.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing.
Right.
They're more concerned about HIV spreading within the school district because they're ignorant. They don't know how HIV spreads.
Yeah. And so, look, if you want to protect the kids, and my guess is some of the people who made this decision earnestly were worried about the other kids, and probably some of them were worried about their own sorry ass.
Exactly.
And they were like, oh my God, there's somebody potentially, maybe, with HIV in the school, quarantine them, because I don't want the other students to get it, right? Yeah, maybe you mean you don't want to get it, and you don't know anything. So this appears to be the wrong decision. and we already know it's illegal. You can't do it. They should, if you were going to take precautions, this is not the way to do it.